Today is May 20th, 2000. We're going to see the Chip and Dale storytelling. Okay, Minetti, come over here, please. Okay, go down and get your front row seat there.
Good to see everyone. Glad you guys can stop by here. You guys, this is the Ahwahnee Camp Circle. My name is All right, much better. Not better, not quieter. Where was I? Oh, welcome to the Ahwahnee Camp Circle. My name is Grizzly.
Go ahead.
For all. We have to start the show. Everybody in here. Hey! My name is Grizzly Guide Ernie. I am the official Grizzly Guide of the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. These are my friends, Chip and Dale. Let's have a nice hand for Chip and Dale, everybody. Now, Chip and Dale are Grizzly Guides in training. And you guys can be Grizzly Guides in training too. All you have to do is learn our official Grizzly Guide salute. It looks like this. You put your hand up in a big bear claw, just like this. Yeah. Then you take a bear claw, put it right here like a salute. Now give me your biggest, meanest grizzly bear growl. Wow. Was that ferocious? That was pretty good. You like that one? What'd you think, Dale? Dale didn't like it, so I guess we're going to need something bigger, louder, meaner. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, much better that time. All right. Now, who likes to go camping out there? Do you guys like camping? Yeah, camping is fun. Whenever we go camping, we always bring along the proper supplies. Tents, sleeping bags, food, water, yeah, stuff like that. And while we're camping, we always like to have a nice campfire. Now, why would we need a campfire? Does anybody know why we need campfires? Why would you need a campfire? Need to stay warm. That helps a lot, yeah. Is there anything else? What else? To cook your food, very important. What else can you do with a campfire? Anything fun? What else? You can make s'mores. Those are good, yeah. And you know what else you can do by the campfire? Our favorite thing to do is tell good old-fashioned spooky stories. Ooh, do you guys like spooky stories? Yeah, spooky stories are fun. And we have a spooky story to share with you guys, and the best part about it is we want everybody in the audience to be part of the show. Now, the way you guys can be part of the show is you guys can add in our special background sound effects. So during the story, we're going to need some noises, like, let's see, what kind of noises? Oh, like chirping birds. What would chirping birds sound like? There we go. What about the sound of the wind blowing? What does that sound like? There we go. Okay, so during the show, you guys will add those in. Now, the story we're going to tell is a very special one. It's a story that we call The Ghost of Grizzly Peak. Wow, that wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Let's see. Okay. All good scary movies always has that real scary music in it, right? So to make it even scarier, we're going to have you guys all add in the scary music. Now, whenever I say the words, The Ghost of Grizzly Peak, I need everybody all together to go, dun, 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 ah! Like it's real scary, okay? Here we go. Let's see if you can do it. The Ghost of Grizzly Peak. All right, so here we go with our story. Now, once upon a time, Chip and Dale and myself, we decided to hike all the way to the very top of the mountain in the middle of Disney's California Adventure, even though we had heard it was haunted by the Ghost of Grizzly Peak. But we didn't care about any old ghost, because we were brave, strong, manly men, macho, ruggedly handsome. All the ladies, I'm sorry. Okay, so we headed up the side of the mountain. Now, while we were hiking, we heard all the sounds of the forest. We heard birds chirping. We heard the wind blowing through the pines. We heard leaves crunching under our feet. We heard the sounds of porcupines. That's hard. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. We heard people laughing and having fun on Grizzly River Run. And we made our way all the way up the side of the mountain to the very top. Woo! Well, once we got all the way, Dale was having some trouble there. He was very tired trying to make it to the top. All right, once we make it to the very top of the mountain, we decided to make camp. So we put our tent together. You guys let's build a tent there. That all down, okay? And then we unrolled our sleeping bags. Let's unroll those, okay? Then we got out our food. You gotta bring food. They keep theirs in their cheeks. It's gross. No, I don't want that. All right, so once we got everything all set up, it was time to build our campfire. Now we got some nice big rocks, and we put them in a big circle. And then we had to find some firewood. Now we looked around the campsite, but all we could find were little sticks and twigs, not really good firewood that you need for a big fire. So we decided to head off into the forest. Yeah, just little sticks like that. We decided to head off into the forest looking for better firewood, and we looked everywhere. We looked up high for firewood, and we searched down low for firewood. And we looked up high, and we searched down low. Up high, down low. Dale, up high. It's up high. I don't know. No, that's not what I mean. No. Well, as you can see, somebody wasn't looking the right way, so we didn't find any firewood anywhere. As a matter of fact, all we found was we found ourselves lost in the forest. Oh. And then the sun went down and it started to get dark and creepy. And then we heard all the sounds of the forest at night. We heard hooting owl noises. We heard a creepy moaning wind. Off in the distance, I heard the cry of a single lonely coyote. Okay, wasn't a single one, there's a whole bunch of them. And then we heard a rumble of thunder. And we knew that a storm was on the way. Well, we had gotten far away from our tents, and we weren't sure what to do for shelter. Luckily, I remember we always bring along an emergency blanket, just in case. So we got out the emergency blanket, we decided to crawl underneath it and try to stay warm during the storm. Well, we were all under the blanket. Oh, is this my part? Okay, thank you. So we all got under the blanket, and that's when we heard a sound coming towards us. It went crunch, crack, snap. Ah! And we heard it again. Crunch, crack, snap. Ah! Ah! Could it be the ghost of Grizzly Peak? We didn't know, we couldn't look, we were too scared. But we did peek a little bit through the trees, and that's when we saw a shadow coming towards us. And it got bigger and closer and bigger and closer until out through the trees there was a 10-year-old kid. There's a 10-year-old kid. Hey, you guys, it was a 10-year-old kid, and he was dressed just like me. He was a grizzly guide too. Well, we looked over at him and we said, "Hey, who are you and what are you doing out here?" Well, he looked at us, and he gave us the official Grizzly Guide salute. Ready, all together? Grrr! Just like that. And he said, "Hi, my name's Billy. I'm a Grizzly Guide. I like to help campers who are lost in the forest. Say, are you guys lost in the forest?" We said, "Lost in the forest? Us?" No, see, we're Grizzly Guide. He was walking over. We had a, yes, we're lost. Please help us. Well, he looked us over for a minute and he said, "Okay, campers, I'll help you, but be careful. Somewhere in this forest lives the ghost of Grizzly Peak." Well, we were pretty scared, but we did want to follow him because we wanted to go home. So we went behind him right down the side of the mountain. He led us right through the spooky owl noises and the moaning winds and the dozens of coyotes in the area. And we finally made it to the bottom of the mountain. Once we got to the bottom, we turned around and said, "Thanks for helping us, Billy." He said, "No problem, campers. Just always keep your eyes out for it. The ghost of Grizzly Peak." And with that, he disappeared into the forest. Well, it was about that time we realized we could use a snack. We decided we needed to go to a little snack bar. We need someone to help us. You want to help us out for a second? Yeah, come over and help us. Why don't you stand right over here, turn around this way. What's your name? What is it? Annette? Is that it?
Nanetti.
Mom, Dad?
Nanetti.
Anetti, okay. Anetti, you stand right here for me. Okay, so we went down to the local snack bar where Anetti was working that day. It was weird because the snack bar was in the middle of the forest, which is strange. But we went down there anyway. And I said, Anetti, you wouldn't believe what happened to us today. We were up in the mountains and we were lost. And we heard all these noises. We heard crunch, crack, snap, ow, and boo, and stuff like that. And then this kid named Billy, he came out of the forest and he helped us down the mountain. Oh, when I said the name Billy, Anetti got this really strange look on her face. Like that, yes. And then Anetti looked at us and she said, "Hey, are you guys trying to tell me you saw Billy right up there on that mountain?" I said, "Yes, we did." Anetti, what did we see? And she said, "Ah! Billy has been missing up on that mountain since 1956. As a matter of fact, we call Billy the ghost of Grizzly Peak." Ooh, it was really scary. Good job, Anetti. Let's have a nice hand for Anetti. Excellent. Good job. Well, we were really scared. We thought we might have actually seen a ghost. But when I got back home, I looked it up in our official Grizzly Guide handbook, and it says that there is no such thing as ghosts. So the next time you're out in the forest and you think you see something creepy and weird, try to remember, it's usually just the wind, or it could be a tree. Sometimes it's animals. Sometimes what? Sometimes I'm telling them about ghosts. What? Oh! There's a ghost, you guys! There's a ghost right there! Hey! That's not funny! I'm not a loser. You stop that right now. Give me that blanket. Give me. Stop that. All right, well, the next time you guys are walking through the forest, maybe you'll run into the ghost of Grizzly Peak! The end. Thank you very much, everybody. You guys have a great day. Remember, always stay safe out in the forest and always camp with a friend. Don't go by yourself. If you guys would like to meet Chip and Dale, come on down here to the front row. We're going to be sticking around for a few minutes for pictures and autographs, and we'd love to see you. Bring your cameras.